Hello there, you are indeed looking at this in much higher definition than usual. I just got a whole new setup, camera, microphone, the works, all to bring you higher quality content. So I hope that you appreciate the not inconsiderable investment that was just made. What I want to talk about today is whether curation actually makes a difference to your stories. I get a lot of questions. People say things like, my story was curated, it still didn't go far. What does it take to get curated? Is it really worth it? What is curation? Do I need to do it? So I wanted to make a video that would clarify this once and for all. Well, as far as things are now, Medium has a habit of changing things on us when we least expect it, doesn't it? But as far as I'm aware, this knowledge is current. Recently, I published 2 articles. One, they are almost identical in title, in publication, in content, and one got curated and one didn't. And I thought this is a perfect opportunity to do a case study on whether curation actually makes a difference or not. Because sometimes I will publish something and it'll get curated and it'll get 200 views, and sometimes I'll publish something and it doesn't get curated and it gets 2,000 views. And that kind of stuff makes it feel really frustrating that I don't understand enough about curation. This example really clears up what curation does and how it works. For a quick refresher, or if you're new to these videos or Medium, curation is Medium's way of elevating really well-written content. You can write anything you want on Medium and publish it, but every single piece of content that's written, it happens automatically. There's nothing special you have to do. Is put into the queue to be reviewed by curators. Curators are real humans like you, like me, who read every piece of work and they're like, this is good. This adheres to really high editorial content standards, and we want to promote this with more people, not just people who follow the author of the story, who following the publication that it might be in, but people who are interested in what this story is about, the topic. So they curate it into 1 or more topics. Medium has about 100 topics, anything from cybersecurity to pets. There's a really wide range. So no matter what you're interested in, you can almost guarantee that you'll find that what you write is curatable. Now, why should you bother to get curated? Like I said, I've had stories that have been curated in more than one topic, and they get about 200 views over the course of a couple of weeks and make just a handful of dollars. That's really frustrating when it happens. Luckily, I've also seen the good side of curation, and that's kind of what I want to break down today. The difference between when you get curated and something really takes off and when you get curated and it doesn't, and thoughts about why that might happen. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's dive into the stats. I'm going to go to medium.com and show you the 2 different stories I have in mind. So they will be pretty easy to spot. Details and details. These are the 2 stories I'm talking about. How I made X amount of money in my blank month of full-time freelancing. They are virtually identical. This one has a few pennies here and it says first month, and this is X amount in my second month. But this is what I want to show you. Same publication, almost identical structure and content, title very, very similar. The only thing different was whether or not it was curated. So this one wasn't curated and it still got 1.6 thousand views and earned $43. That's pretty good. I would consider 1.6 views a good number of views. But you can kind of see what happened, right? It tapered off and now it gets very few views every day. We're getting a slight upswing now, but that doesn't matter. This story does not have a lot of potential. It hit its initial audience here. The people who saw it were like the people who follow me, who follow Postgrad Survival Guide. They saw it once and they clicked on it, and that's done. The potential pool was small, and I probably got a good chunk of that potential pool. But compared to this one, which was curated, it got almost 10 times as many views, earned nearly 10 times as many dollars, and you can see it got a huge spike of views early on, and now it gets more views than that other one every day. Still not a huge amount of views, but more than the other one. And the really special thing about curation, this is the other thing I want to show you, is you never know when you're going to get a spike. Let me show you what I mean. All right, here's a great example. This one was distributed, curated right off the bat. Didn't get a huge amount of traffic that first couple days, but then it did. And then it did again. This is what happens with curated stories because Medium is recommending them to people not just once when they write publish, but over time as well. You always have the potential of getting these little spikes. Like, I don't know, tomorrow I might wake up and see that this has got another rogue 2,000 views. And as you can see, even though 186 views is earning me $10, where 186 back then would have only earned me $3. So the longer it goes on, the more those views are worth. That's what curation is good for. So yes, I do have times like, okay, here's a silly example. I wrote this right after the election and it got curated, but nobody wanted to see this from me. Maybe I didn't hit it on the title. Maybe everyone else was as tired of the election as I was at that point. But despite being curated in politics and social media, it didn't get the traffic that I thought it might. And again, I never know, it might take off. Probably won't because it's pretty topical. But it had the potential. Medium thought it was good, but then the people that Medium showed it to, they didn't make that potential. They didn't click on it, they didn't read it, they didn't share it. There's nothing Medium can do to force people to do that. Only your title, your header image can really make a difference, even with curation. So that hopefully has illustrated the difference between the potential that curation gives your pieces. And you know what, just to really bring it home, I do want to quickly show some of my most viral stories. All of my most viral stories have been curated. So here's my most viral story ever, curated in Self, and earned me nearly $4,000 with 169,000 views. This kind of numbers, you just won't get them without curation. You might not get them with curation, but curation is the only thing that can start to get you there. Once you've been curated, you can start looking at things like optimizing your title, optimizing your introduction, optimizing your header image. We'll get into all of that another day, but today I wanted to demonstrate curation is not going to guarantee thousands of views, but it will open your story up to the potential of getting thousands of views. All right, hopefully you have enjoyed this video. I can stop sharing my screen now. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that clarifies some things for you, and you should have a much better understanding of what curation can do for your story and why it's really worth getting it. Even if you've been curated before and you're not seeing a lot of results, A, they can always come later. That's one of the benefits of curation. And B, you never know when one of the stories you write is gonna be positioned to take advantage of that potential that curation offers it. All right, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, always feel free to comment. If you want to see more of this, subscribe and make sure to hit the bell so you get notified when I post a new video. I post videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sundays. I do Write With Me Live, where I write a blog post live. I would love to see you there. All right, have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.